Hi everyone, welcome to Camille's Holistic Health Show. I'm Dr. Cam, and today we're going to talk about mental health and depression and how to acknowledge it and what to do about it once you have acknowledged it. So depression is an illness that needs to be acknowledged in so many ways. It is not a reason to be ashamed or to hide away or to, not really acknowledge it, to pretend that it's not there. It's really important. The reasons so many people fail to seek the need or the help that they need in their depression is because they really are, ashamed. They really don't want to focus on depression because today it is a stigma. The word is, so many words are in today's society, that it keeps us down. Lots of people tend to feel that it will keep them down in their job, in their support system, and getting to know people, getting to have a significant other. So unfortunately, this is one of the feelings associated with depression, and it really is very difficult to acknowledge. So that is definitely the first and foremost um, way to really get to understand why it's just so difficult for those with depression, if that's you, to really overcome it. It's really about feeling the shame around depression. If this is a video that you are interested in, then subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit that bell, and really get notified, because I really do put out quite a few holistic uh, videos out regularly. So get notified every time I have another video coming out. So if this is a video that you're interested in, let's keep going. So if you are constantly feeling that, you feel particularly kind of low, and you're you're well meant, family members, friends tell you to really snap out of it. That's the word that a lot of people use. It really irritates your mood, tells you're depressed. It will, feed off of this negativity. You can't get out of it, snap out of it. And that is really a word that really can really drive someone to really get into a heavier rut than they were previously. So it's they just know that they're trying their very best for you, but they're probably not using the approach that you really need. So it's okay to get that feeling, that, but know and understand. Look at a further and deeper way to understanding that these people mean well in your life, but they may not know how to come across. So that's where someone who is very well uh, in the expert world in mental health can really help. It's a psychiatrist, a psychologist, a counselor. But I know a lot of people have gone there, have gone that route, and really have not benefited from it. So we are going to go further into it. It is a transformation. That's why we're more on a holistic approach, but it's always the same. Support, having a good support system in depression, around depression, is so essential. And if you have had, for example, a cold for 6 months, would you ignore it and hope it would pass? No, you won't. You would really do something about it. You will see a doctor about it. You would see someone about it, especially if it's a long-term period that you've had it. So depression is sadness, really, and it's lasts really long. That's what depression is, a sadness that lasts too long. It is a feeling that you can't bring yourself up from the bottom. So you're always constantly feeling sad. So we are going to go into a couple of ways to just walk a different way, a different approach, and see how it works for you. Because I know the women that I work with, clients that I work with, have either anxiety, depression, or both. And it's like I always mention, it is really a journey. It's not something you can just snap out of. So the first thing is, if your doctor can't help you, it's your psychiatrist or your psychologist, they may refer you to counseling. Don't be embarrassed, to go uh, for counseling, but do make sure that the counselor that you choose, it really resonates with you and really understands your your makeup, the way you um, see the world, the way you see the world, and you transmit it to them. It is so important because how you see it might be blue, and how she sees it or he sees it might be another color. It might not even be a color, it might be black and white. So it is important for you to consider that, and it is important to be comfortable with whoever your counselor is. So counseling should not be discontinued because you don't feel comfortable with your first choice of a practitioner. Continue to look. You deserve the very best. You deserve the world, and don't give up on that. Continue to find someone that can help you lift you up out of that rut. So, a general rule is to go with your instinct, your gut instinct. And sometimes when you're going through some kind of illness, some kind of grief, some kind of uh, difficult problem in life, this can be obscure. This can be a problem. You don't see your true path. It's blurry, basically. I mean, you're going through a difficult time. So it's really hard for you to have that gut instinct to really work. But again, once you continue to use that tool, like anything else, it's a muscle. That gut feeling is really that emotional, mental, physical connection in your body that will tell you that this is the right path that you're on. So it is to be able to go to a couple of sessions and then stick with it, because it might be, they might actually get to the root of your problem. But it's important to be very patient. And that's the issue with anxiety, depression, especially depression. It is, you need to be very patient with yourself and your support system if you want to have a different journey. Your support system, you need to start there and build your support system around you. And start by someone that you can actually, connect, because your friends and family they want the very best for you, but they are not trained in that area. And that is something I really suggest, to go to somebody that's really trained in that particular area. So number two is, in some cases, acknowledging your depression may be difficult because you have lived with it for so long that you don't know whether it is depression or not. This is quite a problem, especially if you've never had a diagnosis, that that people haven't done this before. So it's good to start, find someone that you could be comfortable with, and be okay with having, a depression diagnosis, if that's something that you feel that you might have. It's really very, very essential. If you have grown up with depression, it is possible not to realize that you are actually depressed because you are not, you have no concept of how normal should really feel like, right? So that's basically it. If you've traveled a path and it's raining, or you've traveled a path and it's sunny, you've only traveled that path. You have not seen other paths before, so other different types of paths before. So it's really about getting to the root cause, because that, again, that's number 3. You need to really get to the root cause of your depression. And it is not about going to a doctor, getting the medication, getting a little, support, counseling, being able to talk back and forth, and going home and just dealing with it and popping a pill. It's really about getting to the root cause, finding out what's really the underlining issue, and then going from there, whether it's medication or not. Again, this is a holistic channel, so it's all about no medication. So if it is something that you are really looking for, then you are definitely on the right path. Seeking acceptance will definitely help you find a different way of seeing life. So, like I said, acknowledging it, seeking, acceptance and understanding how you're going to deal with it, and building that support system and finding the root cause are all in combination as to how you're going to deal with it and acknowledge it, and then move on now on how to overcome your depression. Okay, so signs and symptoms can vary, but feeling sad without any apparent reason, that's definitely a sign. Feeling that you're not getting anywhere in life, you're not good enough, you're tired all the time, life is getting nowhere for you, getting mad at anything, everything, anyone, and everyone around you. No more hope. That's definitely a big sign you don't feel hopeful in any of your troubles, and you don't deserve to, go on through this difficult time. So again, it's about knowing the root cause of your symptoms and boosting the chances. This will definitely boost your chances of recovery, is finding the root cause of your problems related to your depression. Whatever the reason behind the depression, it is always related to some state of mind, your environment that you're around, types of particular circumstances that are around you. You may feel low if you're facing issues at work, your marriage, your financial status, maybe everything. Emotional pain coupled with physical, illness is also another thing that you view your life around. So all these things can cause you to have really bad experiences with depression. And the best way to really focus on that in a good, positive way is positive thinking. And I know it is easier said than done. Unfortunately, not everyone sees it that way. This is when depression starts to really settle in, is when you're not focusing on that mental state of thinking positively. And that is a mindfulness kind of approach. That is a holistic type of approach that will definitely make you believe or start to make you realize when you are starting down that path to really take it to the next level. Mindfulness is, there's so much to it. And I really recommend it. I really recommend you focusing on mindfulness. It is deep techniques that go from A to Z. There's so many different levels. There's so many different compartments. There's so many different ways of doing mindfulness. And I really suggest a mindfulness practitioner that can really guide you in overcoming a lot of your depression. So, medication, if that's something that you're on, that is something to deal with your own doctors. Um, and you can also incorporate mindfulness with this as well. And I always, always, always um, desire that people always consider healthy lifestyle when it comes to foods and supplements around depression. It will really not only help you with your journey with depression, but it will really give you or guide you into a whole new way of looking at your journey, because it's not only a nutrition is not only eating and eating well. It's really about walking that journey and walking it day by day. And it lifts you in so many ways, and uplifting you not only to get up in the morning and mindfully think and thank and be grateful from the beginning of your day, but you go into your day by daily routines that you've not probably done before in your life, that you can really help transform your life in so many ways. So I really encourage you, and I hope these little steps, baby steps, can really help you with not only acknowledging it, but also helping you to overcome your depression. So thanks so much for watching. I really would like to also uh, invite you to a 5-day challenge I'm having, Women Boldly Rising. It is a 5-day challenge for women with health and wellness issues that are really looking for an individualized, specialized approach to the health and wellness. And if this is something that you really think you might be interested in, then the links are below or above, whichever video platform you're on listening to this, and get yourself on to my 5-day challenge that's having in my Facebook group, the Women's Holistic Sisterhood, that would really transform your life. And this is taking place July 31st at 4 p.m. and I hope to see you there. Thanks so much for listening, and I'll talk to you next time in the next video. Bye now.